Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, I'll present you something very interesting and easy to apply when using pivot table. I often use pivot table in my project because it's something that helps me to see the big picture of my data, to have a clear image about what I have in my database. Let's start now. In this workbook, I have one sheet and I have some columns: customers reference, debtor, debtor type, original debt, amount collected, and month. I want to see my data for each month, and debtor type, I want to have the total original debt, the number of debtors, the average of debt for every type of debtor and in every month, and the total amount collected, the same for every month and for every debtor type. So I'm going to select my data. I'm going to show you two methods. First is the old school, I can say, and the second one is the one that helped me to update easier my pivot table. So I'm going to start. First method, I'm going to select Shift Control right arrow and down arrow, and now tab Insert, clicking the button Pivot Table, appear the window Create Pivot Table. Here I have to choose the data, and I have the data that is selected in here, and I have to choose where I want the pivot table report to be placed. I'm going to choose New Worksheet, and now I'm going to press OK, and appeared the pivot table. Now, in the right part of the sheet, I have pivot table field. I'm going to choose, I said I want to have the month. I'm going here in the rows, and debtor type again here rows, and I want to have add values. I said total amount, that is sum, number, that is count, and average of original debt and amount collected. But here I have the sum of original debt, and here again sum. I'm going to change by double clicking, appear the window value field settings, and I'm going to choose count, the function count, and then OK. Now I have the numbers. Here I want to have the average, so I'm going to select average and then OK. I'm going to use the second method. I select the entire columns, not only the cells that have data, but the entire column. I'm going in the tab Insert, pressing Pivot Table, and OK. I'm going to drag and drop month, debtor type, and in here original debt for 3 times, okay, and the third, okay, and amount collected once. I'm going to change here, double clicking, appear the window sum, okay, here it's okay, I want to be counted, and here I want the average, double clicking, choosing average, okay. Now, so here I selected the cells that have data, and here I was selecting the columns even if hadn't data in all the cells. I'm going to put in here at the end another entry. So let's put a number here, company 00, here let's say extra, here a value, here again a value, and here let's put November. And let's go in the first pivot table, and I'm going to right click and then press refresh. Let's see if we have the data that we entered. Let's look up for November, and no, it isn't. Okay, now in the sheet 7 I'm going to press a right click and then refresh. Let's look up again for November. As you can see, we have November and we have the data, the name company, the type of company, extra, and the values. So the difference is when I put the entire column in my area, if I'm going to add a new entry, the pivot table can be updated, and that helps me because if I have to do a report every month or every day that has a pivot table and the same row, maybe all I can do is put in here, put on the same row the data, and the pivot table will be automatically updated. So I don't need to make the change every time. I will have the pivot table. I don't have to drag and drop again all fields and put the data in it. And even I can do a chart. So I can go here and add a chart by clicking, selecting pivot table, for example, insert and pivot chart. Okay, and appeared the chart too, and I can have this pivot, and I also can have a chart like this that will update once you update the pivot table. I hope that will help you to save your time, and see you in the next lesson. Thank you for watching. Bye.